Everything that's happening to you is God is processing. Every difficult moment you have, He just processing you. That's all He doing. Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for.
Code.
Blade taking off, I'm afraid of the view. The higher that I go, the more fear fuse do. Bags looking heavy, suitcase it got the flu. From the hood to the clouds, I'm breaking rules. Late night in the trenches, and the means have me laughing. Charts lit like Vegas, hustle more than it's a passion. Block to the blockchain, different action. Cut from the cloth, they can't even see this fashion. UFC flow seats, that's the technique. Jiu-jitsu with the grind, every move unique. I was boxing through the pain, every punch hit deep. Yeah, I'm feeling dangerous, they don't wanna see me. Suit Taylor real sharp, I've invested in myself. These the macro events, generational wealth. Video edits on point, added tools to my belt. Built the empire with the cards I was dealt. Overcoming doubts like it's written in my fate. Crypto made a bridge, now I'm walking.
What's the word, chat? Let's get it. I'm live. Let me know that I'm live right now. Let me check my hold on. Let me check my sound. Chat, let me know. Let me know what if the sound and everything was good, if y'all can hear me nice and clear. Let me turn up my sound just a little bit. I see it was kind of low there. See how everybody out here doing. Hey, you like that one, Kenneth? You already know. It's Millie here. Just doing my music thing, guys. I gotta put the pillow behind me. The boy been going so crazy in the gym. I think I hurt my back. I'm back with another one. I know I took a few days off, guys. I had to take a few days off. You know what I'm saying? I was on injured reserve. I was on IR. Had to get mental clarity. But we're gonna talk about the cryptocurrency market today, and I have a special guest. And this guest means a lot to me because this is the first time that I'm bringing the first lady of crypto on my channel for an interview. I think we gotta start involving women more in crypto. It can't just be a sausage fest, guys. So what I mean. I want to get her opinion on the market. She's very, 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 very smart woman, and I want to get her opinion on the market. So I really believe that y'all are going to like this show. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and keep your favorite crypto and door-to-door entrepreneur inside the algorithm. Y'all like that intro? I got more where that came from. You already know what time it is, baby. Michael, what's the word? Yeah, we got Crypto Princess in here. Without further ado, let's bring her up here. We got 19 people in here. Let's bring her on the screen right here. Let me unmute her. All right. Let's bring you up here on the screen and unmute you there. Unmute has been requested. Unmute your mic. There we go. What's up, young lady? How you doing, Crypto Princess?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. How are you, Crypto Millie?
I am great. Today is Friday. You know what I mean? It's start of the weekend. Let's get it. Let's talk about cryptocurrency today. I am excited. I know you excited, man. How you feeling on today?
All good. I'm so excited to be here. Like, I've known Millie for well over a year now. I know you from the Crypto Gem Hunters. Like, that's how far back I go with you. So yeah, I'm so excited to be on your channel.
Back in the day. Salute to my boys Crypto Archie and Crypto Seth. Now, before we actually get into the market, because we got a lot to talk about, right? Because I want to ask you some things about crypto. It really helps me with the sentiment, right? Because I like to check the sentiment in the market. And if you've been on crypto Twitter, the sentiment is absolutely garbage at the time. But But I think that this is the best time to start, you know, taking deep dives into your research and really putting together a strategy for, in my opinion, the last phase of this specific cycle. But before we actually get into the market, I want to know more about how you got into crypto. I mean, you know, how did you get into crypto? How did you discover it? And what led you to making content about cryptocurrency?
Okay, so I first had my first conversation about cryptocurrency in 2021, the last part of 2021. I would say it's about quarter, I think it was in September 2021. My brother mentioned a little thing about crypto. Um, and at the time, I was being very, very silly with my money. So I was going out, I was buying new cars, I was spending a lot of money on just eating out, shopping, and I literally had nothing to show for it. I was being very, very silly with my money. Then along came crypto, and then I started to invest. I don't know exactly when I started to invest, but I would probably say it was in February 2022. The reason being, I've got an email from, I think it was Coinbase, about my account and actually buying some Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency that I bought. Just like everyone else at the time, I did think crypto was a bit of a scam. And I was quite fearful. But if I'm completely honest, I was really just, I wasn't doing anything else with my money, if that makes sense. So I own my own business in London, and it's doing really, really well. I'm actually in the top 1% of female earners in the UK.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I got into crypto. It was very, very difficult to begin with. I think I followed BitBoy first. Then it was Matrix. I can't remember them now. Then I discovered the Gem Hunters. So I discovered you, Crypto Steph, who I'm very, very close to, Crypto Haziq, who I'm very close to, SSM, who's a little bit out of the markets at the moment, but I was very close to him as well. Crypto Archie is the only Gem Hunter that I don't really know. Um, and yeah, it was actually a very, very difficult journey for me. The reason being, I wasn't very money savvy. I knew how to make money. That wasn't an issue. Making money was quite easy for me, but keeping money was very, very difficult. The first year, I lost about 40,000 US dollars. Sorry, pounds. I lost about 40,000 pounds because I went very quickly degen. Um, and yeah, it wasn't easy. I wasn't accepted by the community as well. Bearing in mind things have changed now, and the crypto community is very much more accepting of women. But when I first got in, it was um, very difficult to be female in crypto. It's a very male dominated space. And I think we've all seen it. We've seen men come after men and literally obliviate them in chat rooms and, you know, all the rest of it. And then obviously being a female, it was much, much more difficult. So yeah, I went degen very, very quickly. The first Patreon I joined was Crypto Steph's Patreon. Then I have joined a couple since then, but I learned very quickly as well that I'm the only person who's responsible for my portfolio. Um, and yeah, I started to research crypto. I did a really good job actually with that. So once I started to take researching crypto a lot more seriously, I actually loved the technology behind crypto. And I love the spirit of crypto as well, the spirit of DeFi and the spirit of Bitcoin. Um, yeah, and then obviously I opened my own channel. It's been 6 months now. It'll be 7 months this year. This month, it'll be 7 months. Initially, the reason why I opened my channel is because I speak 5 languages. I'm not really a mathematician. So when I got into crypto, it was quite difficult. I've learned how to read the charts. I've learned TA and all the rest of it, but I've been quite active. But not everybody has the time to do that. And one thing that I realized that there wasn't a lot of like different ways of learning crypto. there'll be a lot of charts, a lot of TA people, a lot of people saying, follow me and do what I want you to do this, that, and the other. And they were mainly pump and dumps and all the rest of it, which I found out, which I found out the tough way, the hard way. But yeah,
Yeah,
I opened my own channel. You were actually the first person on my channel
yeah, yeah, yeah,
where it
yeah.
got corrupted.
And I'm, showing that that love back. But I was listening to you, right? And there's a few interesting things that I heard about your story. First and foremost, it seems like you were a person that were already successful before getting into crypto, which matters, right? When you're putting those finding that initial investment, right? You got to have money. I believe that crypto is a space where you do need to have liquidity and money. But the second thing that I heard you say is that you started joining groups, right? You started joining groups, Patreons, Discords. I remember that you were at one point in my personal Patreon. In fact, that's how I met you. If you could tell anybody that's new coming into crypto, just based off your personal experience, how would you view networking, right? And being a part of these groups? Would you say it's something that helped you early in crypto or hurt you early in crypto?
I think for me personally, because I work 14 hours a day, I didn't have the time. So I think I was a little bit silly in the fact that I was relying on these groups to help me with my portfolio, and that's not the way to do it. I would definitely say it's so important to have a community. It's so important. I mean, we don't know everything, if that makes sense. So it's good to pick up information from groups. I have a lovely community. You have Crypto Media has a lovely community as well. I think there is a place for communities, and it's good to be a part of a community. But know that nobody's responsible for your portfolio, and you are responsible for your portfolio. And also learn about the technology behind crypto, learn about the fundamentals, because if you don't do that, you're not going to be successful. 99% of people lose money in crypto. There's going to be people that are going to lose money in this bull run. I know people who've round tripped their bags 3 times, and they're very intelligent people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like you said, you can't do it all on your own. That's one of the reasons that I get so excited about my personal Discord, the council, and
Mhm.
things of that sort. Just being around people that think alike, right? So if we are doing something in our free time, there's always somebody researching or dropping that alpha that we need inside of crypto. But you said when you first got into crypto, you went straight into degency, which is kind of like the new meta these days. Most people are being onboarded specifically on chain, Phantom, Pump Fund, Moonshot. But last cycle was more people being onboarded on exchanges, right? And you kind of fit into that whole last cycle because I remember when you got in around the crypto gem hunters, like people were still being onboarded on exchanges, right? Into blue chips, into the top 100 coins.
Mhm.
What led you straight into degency, and how was your experience just jumping straight into degency?
Well, I don't know how much I should say, but I'm actually a high school dropout. I love the adrenaline. I love the risk. And I think that's what's got me here, where I am today. I'm happy to take the risk. I'm happy to go for the journey. I'm lucky because I can afford to do it. Um, but yeah, I think that's a little bit like my personality, if that makes sense. I don't really like following the crowd too much. I love Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is the only coin that I would never take profits on. The Bitcoin that I have, or the Bitcoin that I'm going to buy as well, I'm going to leave that for my great grandchildren. I will never take profits on Bitcoin. Even if I bought at the top of this cycle, I wouldn't take profits. Moving forward, I would never take profits on Bitcoin. I would never sell Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only thing that I would, that's the exception. The rest of it, you know, like I said, I did have a bit of disposable cash, which I was very, very fortunate. Not a lot of people have that. And yeah.
So let's talk about we talked about like making money in crypto, and I like to tailor a lot of my questions for anybody that's new into crypto so they can have an understanding that you're not going through this alone. Coming into crypto full degen mode, right? You jump straight into the casino. Let's talk about losses. Did you experience any losses that frustrated you, or you looked at it more like a learning experience? You accepted your loss, you moved on, and you continued to grind harder. I mean, how did losses, just because I know when I first jumped straight into the casino, I took losses, right? I call it paying the tuition of the hard knock life, right? In crypto, that's how it is. But no one likes to speak on the losses. We always speak on the gains. What's your opinion on just some of the losses you may have taken in crypto?
I've taken a lot of losses. I'm not going to lie about it. I've taken a huge amount of losses, and I'm absolutely, completely, and utterly fine with that. That's completely fine. They were my decisions. I'm a fully grown adult. I made those decisions, and they didn't work out. There's a lot of things that looking back in hindsight, I'm just like, oh my God, didn't that click with you? So, for example, traders will say, okay, take, this is a trade, whatever, but I would hold that coin as an investment. So, a lot of my losses came from things like that, just not paying full attention, if that makes sense. And I've learned the hard
I
way.
love the transparency here because I think this is something that of course we in crypto, right? We always gonna blame the devs. Really, I'm on both sides of the fence. I'm pro dev. I'm pro crypto people. I'm pro retail because I've been on both sides, right? And I understand being compassionate, but accountability is something that's lacking in crypto, and that's one thing I can respect is your accountability. Say, hey, I won this. I won this. If I lost this, I lost this. But in crypto, it seems like more people play like the blame game, right? And it kind of creates that toxic environment, which we would call PvP. You know what I mean? So it was just interesting hearing your he said Millie head and shoulders for. It was just interesting here. I'm looking at the comments. So the comments got me distracted, but it was interesting hearing your opinion on that. Speaking of the market though, current market. Are you a buyer? Are you just standing pat, or are you a seller here? What's your current observation of what you're seeing in the market as far as where we are at in the cycle?
Okay, so I'm a firm believer in the 4-year cycle, and until it breaks, it's going to the quarter, quarter 4 of this year, maybe 3 or 4 of this year, will be the Bitcoin top. I'm buying at the moment. The sentiment's absolutely terrible. A lot of people are leaving the market. A lot of people don't understand the 4-year cycle. But if you do your due diligence, you do your study, and then you understand exactly what you're buying, what the project is, what the technology is, and you do your you research market psychology, bearing in mind that a lot of the market makers probably have a degree in psychology than they do in maths. It's all about psychology. Um, there's so many different books that you can read out there. I can't. It's not coming to mind now. But there's so many things that you can do to understand the psychology of the market, and this right here is just a dip. And we are gonna reach new all-time highs. It's nothing to worry about. The cycle is not over, not at all. No, we will have an alt season. This alt season is going to be different. It's going to be a lot different to the alt season that we had in 2021, for example. The reason being, in 2021 we had a few thousand coins. This time around we've got over 2.2 million. A lot of them are memes.
Sheesh.
Yeah. And they are actually saying by the end of this cycle, we could have 5 million coins, which is just absolutely ridiculous. The liquidity is just spread out to
Hmm.
billions. So we will have an alt season, another alt season. Bearing in mind, we had an alt season in March as well. So we had 2 alt seasons last year. We had one obviously in quarter 1 and one in quarter 4 of last year. So alt seasons do exist. They will be coming back. We should have a alt season in quarter 1 of this year, because based on the 4-year cycle, we've always had a bullish quarter 1, and we've always had an alt season in quarter 1. bearing in mind we can't ignore the fact that we had an all-time high before the halving, which has never happened before, meaning that this cycle has slightly deviated from the other cycles. Now, how much of an effect that will be, only time will tell. So we do need to be on our guard regarding this. But for me, we're still, following the 4-year cycle. And I think, unfortunately, it's just one of those things. I don't know if it is actually the lack of education. I'm going to say it as it is. It's the lack of education. As soon as you get one green day, it's like we're going to the moon. You get one red day, there's no more cycle.
Mm,
Everything's
yeah,
going
yeah.
going down. Um,
The That's one of the things when YouTubers say, "Oh, TA doesn't work," it kind of grinds my gears because I know that TA has helped my crypto experience a thousandfold. Right? It's not the end all be all, but it can give you an idea of what may come. Right? Based on chance or possibility. And I've seen your TA. I've seen how you analyze the market. In some cases, you've dropped like very in depth, analyzing the market in our Discord, right? So when you say we've had like smaller altcoin seasons, right? I've noticed that. It seems like maybe we'll get altcoin seasons in like bunches, maybe 2 months here, 2 months there, and depending on what narrative is the hottest. If you had to tell anybody that's new into crypto, or even people that's been in crypto a while, what's your favorite narratives as far as diversification of your portfolio?
Oh gosh, well, if you're new in crypto, I wouldn't recommend memes. I'd be very, very careful with memes because most memes are pump and dump. However, that's where most of the money is made. So, take that with a um,
AI, RWA, is that like a part of your portfolio as well?
yeah, so I've always been bullish on AI. I bought a lot of AI coins in 2023. So yeah, they're pumping nicely. RWA is definitely going to be a narrative because of Larry Finks. Now, for those people who are unaware, Larry Finks is the CEO of BlackRock, who basically runs the world. They're the largest hedge fund management group in the world, and they are very, very bullish on the RWA narrative. Now, this is smart money. Smart money never makes mistakes or does anything by chance. They've put a lot of money and effort into this. For those people who are unaware, we're now in Web 2. So we had Web 1. What was Web 1? That was the internet of the 80s and the 90s. It was static internet, it was dial up broadband. We're currently in Web 2. This is Web 2. It's more mobile, it's all over the place, it's more interactive, more social media, all the rest of it. Web 3 is coming, and certain parts of Web 3, such as NFTs, which is part of the RWA narrative, smart contracts, they're already here. Now, Web3 will be built on blockchain technology. And what is blockchain? Blockchain is what cryptocurrencies run on. So cryptocurrencies are not going anywhere, nowhere at all. And NFTs are part of the RWA narrative. And Larry Finks and so many other people, they want to tokenize everything.
Mm.
So yeah, definitely do get into RWA. I think it was like March, February last year, they put in 500 million US dollars onto Ethereum for the RWA narrative, and everybody was losing their minds. But since then, they've put in much more money. So it's like, and now it's just kind of got normal. Oh, they're doing it again. But yeah, it's something to consider. I would definitely have some RWA coins and some AI coins, definitely. AI, obviously, we all know about NVIDIA, and now with DeepSeek, etc. AI is going to be a top performing narrative this bull cycle as well. Um, Most of the money is unfortunately going to be made in memes. But memes are very, very difficult, very unpredictable, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. And
yeah.
most of them are pump and dumps. I mean, look at Trump coin.
Oh, uh-oh. That was so I agree there with RWAs. I truly believe, I mean, what we just seen like Ondo actually tokenize Nvidia, Tesla, and a few other stocks.
Hmm.
That was crazy, right? So like Larry Finks has been going on a press run about tokenization. I also heard you speak on the psychology of the market, and I think people don't truly understand how important it is to remove that emotion as far as the aspect of investing. So what I want to ask you, right? And not specifically pointing out females or women, but just an example as far as like being able to handle emotion with investing and understanding the psychology. How do you handle the days where everything's in the red or the days where everything is in the green? What is something that you would tell people out there to be able to kind of like harness that emotion in the market?
I'm just trying to remember the book that I read. Um, Michael, it was a book by Michael Douglas, and I think it was called How to. Oh, I can't remember, but I'll get it put down in the comments below. The main thing is education, if that makes sense. You need to learn what fear and greed is, what herd mentality is, and also what people in the crypto space do, if that makes sense. Not everyone, especially YouTubers and influencers, they're not all here to help you, you know, become a millionaire. They're all here for their own interests, if that makes sense. So you've got to be really, really, really careful on who you follow, if that makes sense. There's so many things I can say about markets, market psychology. I don't even know where to start, if I'm completely honest. So say, for example, greed. Now, what you realize is it depends if you're an investor or if you're a trader. Greed can go completely and utterly unchecked in the parabolic phase of the bull cycle. We will always get a parabolic mania phase. It's called mania for a reason. People really do lose their minds, and they think that, Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies or their particular coin is going to go to the moon. Um, and what they don't do is they just don't take profits. They don't take profits and they round trip their bags, unfortunately. And this is why you'll see many traders have their best performing year in a bull run, but they will lose it, almost all of it, in the next year in the bear market, because they've really because they're not practicing their risk management and all the rest of it. They're relaxing so many of their risk management strategies, etc., because they've made so much money, and they just tend to lose it. And investors become moon boys. So instead of selling and taking profits, they round trip their bags. But what you've got to understand is that this is not other people. This is not, it doesn't happen far away. This happens to everyone. And
Yes.
I've spoken to some really super intelligent people. In fact, my best friend in crypto has round tripped his bags 2 times. And I can honestly say he's a very, very intelligent person. Very intelligent.
Yeah, it happens. I got stories of leaving so much money on the table, even in this cycle specifically. But it's always good to hear other people's opinions because the sentiment as of the market has been really, really bad, right? We're seeing a lot of like views go down. You probably seen it yourself. You're a YouTuber, you make content on crypto. Views are down. Sentiment is bad all across crypto. Some people even believe that the Trump coin was the ultimate top signal because when you look at the last cycle, right? People would say, well, when the celebrities and everybody got into like shilling coins and making coins, that was a top signal. Like whose star power outbids the president of the United States, right? So, like when we think about the future catalysts and what we have left to actually take us to that altcoin season or take us to that area where we're just bullish with craziness, FOMO, and things of that sort. What catalysts do we have left? Do you think could take us to that altcoin season that you believe is still going to happen?
I think what people need to understand and what they need to study is market manipulation. So, for example, let's just look back in history. So if we look at the 2021 cycle, which if there's anyone who's new here, you need to go back and study the 2021 cycle, because history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So what we had is we went parabolic from January onwards, etc. We went parabolic, and then in April we hit I think it was $64,000 US.
Yep.
and that was the first peak. But what
Yep.
happened? It was China manipulated the market. Now, in a bull run, we dropped 50%. We could do it this year. I'm not saying we will. I really hope we don't, because I think I'll just lose it a little bit. but but it's happened before. So that was China's manipulation. China said that it was going to ban, crypto mining, etc. So all of its citizens sold at the top, and the market just dropped, and we went sideways at a 50% drop. And right now, people are losing their minds over the current drop, which is nothing compared to a 50% drop. And then obviously the Bitcoin was taken off the exchanges, and because of the supply shock, the price went up. But we're going to have a bigger supply shock this time around. So right now we're actually going through a phase of market manipulation. Everything is coming out, it's bullish. Trump is bullish. Czech Republic, I think it was Czech Republic, was it today? Yesterday said that you can hold Bitcoin for you can hold a Bitcoin for 3 years, and then after that you don't have to pay taxes. Portugal, 1 year, you don't have to pay taxes. There's talk for America doing something the same, etc. There's so much bullish news coming out. We should actually be mooning right now, but we're not. We're not mooning because there's so much market manipulation going on. If that
Nah,
makes
that
so,
makes totally sense. Total sense. I've been talking about the what I've been seeing on the charts as far as the potential double top, and for us to actually come and retest our POC at the time of this video. I believe it's 73K, and actually chop around there around the sell in May and go away, because everybody psychology wise is falling into that whole sell in May and go away. I think that you can actually bid there. If you take profits, maybe now, and like I said, I want us to go up. I'm bullish, guys, but
yeah.
I'm just looking at the state of the market, right? You can clearly see the double top forming on BTC on the weekly, and just like it did in 2021, around May and April, we came and retest our POC. In 2021, it was 33K. At the time of this video, it's 73K. Smart money would bid there, and we could possibly see a altcoin season, the latter of Q3 and Q4, very similar to what we seen in 2021. So if you line up those charts, they look identical. It's almost scary, right? How identical it looks, but it's you can't argue against manipulation when you see the things that's going on with Wintermute, the timing of some of this news that comes out, and the fact that we have all of these catalysts, but the price doesn't seem to have caught up with the catalyst. Demand isn't there, right? But people are buying ETH. Trump's team is buying ETH. Everybody's buying ETH, right? It's very similar to what we seen with the Bitcoin ETF, right? Bitcoin was being suppressed, but what was happening? Smart money was loading up on ETH. Right now, ETH is being suppressed, but we're seeing smart money load up on ETH. And everybody knows who's been in the crypto market, the crypto space for the last, I say, at least one cycle. If you've been in the crypto space at least one cycle, when ETH explodes, it literally takes the altcoins with it. But I'm all about the flush. I'm all about flushing a lot of this sugar honey iced tea down the toilet. Scams, memes, LARP AI projects, they gotta go, right? We gotta clean up the market. Speaking of flushes, right? We seen some pretty big figures in the space launch a meme and things of that sort. But now we're also starting to see some pretty big names as far as women launching memes. Iggy Azalea has a very successful meme. We seen Cardi, we seen Trump's wife Melania, and then we also seen the Hawk Tui situation. I want to know your opinion on how you feel that these memes specifically can onboard more women into crypto, because at the end of the day, when you look at the stats online, women buy the most stuff online, right? And where's crypto? Crypto's on the blockchain. Most of it's online. What do you think that we personally need to see that onboarding of more women into crypto?
I think women are coming into crypto. And when they do come into crypto, they'll bring something beautiful with them. I think that they will add a lot of value to this space. Unfortunately, worldwide, we don't like to say it and we do not like to acknowledge it, but still men earn a lot more money. A lot more women stay at home looking after the kids, etc. I think women will definitely come into the crypto space, and I know a lot of women in the crypto space at the moment, especially traders. They're absolutely wonderful, and they're absolutely killing it. They tend not to be as risky as some men. They tend to think things through a little bit more when it comes to their finances. Um, and yeah, if I'm completely honest, I'm not entirely sure why there are not. I think maybe it is something to do with the male dominated space, if I'm completely honest. I nearly left crypto several times. I actually closed down my Telegram account, I closed down my Discord account because I couldn't take the online bullying and the online harassment. Um, and it's just one of those things. I think men act very gentlemanlike in real life. They'll be very respectful, etc. But when they're behind a screen, they can. Some men, not all men, not all men, but it's just those small rotten apples, if that makes sense. They can have a massive impact on women's mental health as well when they come at you. And I really absolutely hate it. I mean, I could deal with it if it was in my DMs, but I really used to hate it when they used to come at me in groups. So although the crypto space has really cleared up its act when it comes to women in crypto, and I think a lot more people are accepting of women in crypto, and I do believe women are entering the crypto space, and they bring something really, they add so much value to it.
Yes.
It's just one of those things, actually. I think as time goes on, women will be entering into crypto a lot more. You'll see a lot more YouTubers, influencers. You'll see a lot more people in, the technology, in the actual coins, in marketing and everything. A lot more women in every part of crypto, and they will add a lot of value to it.
Do you buy women-led crypto?
I don't care who leads the
No,
crypto.
the reason I'm asking because I want to know if that actually plays a part into
No,
onboarding some. Okay, cool. Just was
I,
wondering.
I
Like
just
if
don't. That doesn't
you see
matter.
Trump's wife buy, jump a crypto, are all the women kind of like rallying together and buying
Well,
this coin.
I would like to say yes, but if I'm completely honest, I
No, be
don't really
honest.
care if it's male or female, just as
Respect.
long as it's a good project. I'm a fundamental investor. So I look at the fundamentals more than anything else, and that's why sometimes it's a bit difficult for me to buy memes. Yeah.
No. I just wanted to ask that question because I always wondered, like, if there be a coin that's like, they got the what's the new meme coin that's out for the ladies called Giga Chadette, right? You got Giga Chad, then you got Giga Chadette. So I always wondered about these cultures that's being built, if there were any like, oh, she dropped a coin, let me go buy her coin type of situations here. But I respect your honesty. Guys, in the comments, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Appreciate you, AOKG, for dropping Crypto's Princess YouTube, guys. Make sure you go follow her YouTube and things of that sort. And yeah. And drop some questions, guys. This could be a open platform AMA type of style as well. Just drop some questions if you got some questions for her. Said I'm a meme galore. So you spoke on, like, you're not into like volatility and things of that sort. And yeah, I've seen some pretty good crypto traders out there that's women. I'm in crypto Twitter a lot, and some of the best alpha platforms are the little my ladies and crypto Wendy. She's pretty good. She's pretty big as well. So it's just good to see more, just different people coming into the space from all different walks of life. Let's get into actually, the current market. You said that you're a buyer right now. Do you ape when you're buying, or do you just like DCA in increments? What's sort of your strategy or strategy that you would tell anybody out there in the crypto space?
I would definitely say DCA in. Don't lump sum buy. That's where you get wrecked. Um, unless it's a massive dip. And you know when it's a massive dip because there's like blood in the street, everybody else wants to leave, what's going on, blah, de, blah, de, blah. So, for example, when DeepSeek released their AI and all that news came out, the whole market dumped. That was an excellent buying opportunity. So yeah, when things like that event, I would buy then if there's an opportunity like that. But otherwise, I do prefer to DCA in, but I don't DCA in every month or every week. I rather DCA in when there is a dip, if that makes sense. We do love the fear. I mean, like,
Yeah,
to be fair, when you're in crypto for some time, red days, they're blessings. And not many people can understand that. So don't kill me on that. Just wait a couple of years and then you'll understand what I'm saying.
thank you for somebody saying this because I've been stressing this through like comments and Patreon, like the comments, sometimes the comment section and some of the YouTube videos have got so negative. And it's like, guys, this is where you compound your money and you bring your averages down, right? You don't, if it's me, if you're trading memes and you're doing some shit on Pump Fund, okay, yeah, we love to buy when everything's euphoric because the PVP environment changes, right? People hold longer, right? A 3x might turn into a 10x because it's more euphoria. But like when you're just buying spot and you're holding and you see stuff like this happening, but the fundamentals are not changing and the catalysts are just lining up, this is when you attack the market. You attack the market when there's blood in the streets and you can just casually DCA. You don't got to put it all in one lump sum. Find some things that you have conviction in and casually DCA. I want to ask you this question, right? I don't know if you can actually see.
Um, this this time around, we have so much market manipulation, and it's not just one country. So last bull cycle, it was China's manipulation. Just imagine what China's manipulation did to the bull run. It literally cut the bull run, like, the whole year. People got wrecked again and again and again. The bulls and bears got wrecked. We had candles that were going down 10,000 US dollars a day, in, I think it was May and August 2021. So that was just China's manipulation. This time around, there are many countries involved in crypto. Not only are there countries, but there's many institutions. BlackRock's involved. MicroStrategy. There's so much market manipulation that this bull run is going to be different, and we are going to get wrecked in a different way. So, for example, in 2027, we got wrecked with the ICOs. So the ICOs started at the beginning of the year. They were really, really good. A lot of people made so much money on the ICOs. They were really a blessing for the 2017 bull run. But then what happens, just like with every different, financial market, we had bad players coming in. We had scams where we had people selling promises on absolutely nothing, if that makes sense. It was just literally just on words or a white paper which wasn't even put together properly. And then towards the end of it, we had the SEC coming in, and that bull run, ended. If that makes sense. So that was 2017. ICOs wrecked that bull run. That's how, a lot of people got wrecked. In 2021, like I said, it was China's manipulation that wrecked a lot of people. And then what happened was that after the Chinese manipulation, a lot of the Bitcoin was taken off the exchanges. We had a supply shock, and that's when we went up into the second peak. Now, when we got to the second peak, instead of, then we had like the SEC coming in, and issuing Wells notices and all all the rest of it. So we had that as well at the end part of the 2021 bull run, if that makes sense. But this is one thing that I think a lot of people do need to keep in mind, is that when we have a top, just remember this from 2021, the top, for anyone who was in 2021, I think they can all agree on this, the top of the market never tops on bearish news. It tops on bullish news. So when everybody when it tops and everybody's like a moon boy, it's going to go up forever. That's when the market goes down, and nobody believes it because of psychology, because everybody's like in this herd mentality, this manic phase, and everybody thinks it's going to go up when it's actually topped and we're going down. So this is something that's going to happen in this bull run as well. So it's something to be aware of, and then obviously do your own research and research market psychology and also the technology behind cryptocurrency, because that's one of the reasons I'm still in crypto. I absolutely love the technology. I got in for the money, but I'm staying for the money but also for the technology.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
So,
crypto is the future.
hey, look, tech, you know what I mean? If you understand like how important blockchain is for the future, it literally allows everything to be transparent, right? So this is why Larry Fink wants to bring the stock market to the blockchain, right? But you mentioned top. So you put yourself in the box. Now I got to put the pressure on you. When do you think that the market will top? When, in your opinion, will the bear market start? You know what I mean? What are you preparing now to start your exit strategies?
Okay, so I've been working on my exit strategy for a year. For an investor, I don't know who's watching this, if it's going to be traders or investors, but for investors, one of the most difficult things to do is actually exit the market. So you need to have a bulletproof exit strategy. Now, everybody's exit strategy is going to be different. Some people want to do it on, well, when I get certain exits, or when a coin hits a certain level, I'm going to exit, blah blah blah. For me, I'm basing it on the previous cycles. I'm basing it on time, sentiment, and then also what the cycle is doing. So I have the pi cycle top and all these different indicators that I use, but I do believe that the top will be in quarter 4, either very late quarter 3 or early quarter 4 this year. But what everybody needs to know is, no matter who it is, this time next year we are going to be in a bear market, so be out.
Look, I said it. I put myself out there. I said, hey, it's a 20% chance that this is the top of the market, and that Trump dropping a coin was the ultimate top signal, right? Because there's really no star power after that. So who's next? When the president just dropped the coin, right? So that could potentially be a top. The outlier here, because we just talked about the history of the market, is that we haven't broken the pi cycle top indicator, right? Crypto apps are not top 5 in all of apps, not just finance. We haven't broken the lower bubble band or the higher bubble band on the logarithmic charts, right? And I believe like the BTI chart shows that we haven't topped out as well. So there's a lot of different charts when you compare it to history of cycles that show that we haven't topped. But there are certain signals that are like really like right in front of us that could potentially be a top signal. We're seeing the bears in here. They're like, it already started. 1OK was the top, short Bitcoin. All right, the bear the bears are pulling up. And yeah, speaking of short, I haven't really seen that like leverage bubble where everybody's just FU long and FOMO is maxed out. I don't think we've seen that yet, but who knows, right? We've never had pump.fun, right? We never had a aggregator that allows you to drop thousands of meme coins a day, right? Really diluting the market. Some people would argue that this isn't hurting the market. Some people would say that there's charts out there that show that it is hurting the market. What's your opinion on the dilution aspect, right? Are we too diluted to have an altcoin season, or what's your thesis of why you truly believe we will still have an altcoin season?
Just very quickly for the bears, study the previous cycles. Study the previous cycles. And yeah, every cycle evolves naturally. Every cycle evolves and things change. but do study the previous cycles. So in 2023, we actually had Bitcoin surged twice, and people were wrecked twice because of mania. Then obviously we had the 17 cycle, and then we had the 2021 cycle. Every single time retail gets wrecked, really severely wrecked in this mania phase. We haven't yet had it in the 2025 cycle. So that's just one thing for people to consider. Obviously, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. It's their own money. So regarding, oh my God, Millie, I've completely forgotten the question. Oh, dilution. Okay, so this is really, really important, and this is something that didn't occur to me until quite late, actually. So in 2013, we barely had any altcoins, if that makes sense. So we had Bitcoin. We didn't even have Ethereum. We had a couple of forks from Bitcoin. We had two surges in the 2013. In 2017, there wasn't very many coins. A lot of everything kind of went into Ethereum. I think Ethereum was launched in 15? I'm not entirely sure. I shouldn't actually say this because somebody can fact check me. But that was the first time that Ethereum was launched, and Ethereum was very, very much needed. The reason why Ethereum was launched and the reason why it did so well was because there was no solution to Bitcoin. We couldn't scale Bitcoin; it was too slow. So obviously, Ethereum was launched, and everybody loved it. Last cycle, we had a few thousand coins. You put your money into any coin towards the end of the bull run, and that coin, you knew it was going to X, like any coin, because there wasn't. I mean, there were a couple of thousand, but nothing like this time around. Now, every Tom, Dick, and Harry has either their own meme coin. Or their so-called utility coins, which provide no utility. I really don't like the fact that there are so many meme coins, if that makes sense. I mean,
No,
it's nice, it's fun.
no, it's cool because like
Yeah.
the whole point of meme coins was to put the power back into people's hand, right? Decentralization, no pre-sales, fair launch, yada 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 yada. But then scammers and these greedy devs found a
Yeah,
way
they
to
come in.
bundle projects and buy up all the supply. They found a way to still extract liquidity. I've said that if Pump Fund is still here by 2026, it's definitely a psyop that's designed.
I think they've got a lawsuit now.
Yeah, they do. They got a cease and
Hopefully they'll
desist
stop.
for over 200 IP
It's fun.
stolen IPs.
Yeah.
They got a cease and desist, right? But if it's still here by 2026, it's definitely a psyop that's designed to extract liquidity from newbies, right? And that's pretty much what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some comments here I'm gonna have to disagree with. Vince says TA will get you destroyed in the bull market. TA works in the bull market or bear market. Psychology trading also works in a bull market, in a bear market. Guys, the point is not to utilize these tools as the end and be all, but to have these tools as ammo in your weapon. So if you got a weapon and you got multiple rounds of ammo, then you have more things that you can utilize to make an educated decision. If you're just going off what your favorite YouTuber said or the fact that they just put some news out in the media, you're more likely to get wrecked if you don't have these tools in your arsenal, right? Learning TA, understanding the psychology of the market, to buy in the fear, to sell in the greed, and understanding how sentiment and things of that work really assist you with your experience in crypto. So never discredit that. You know what I'm saying? I told you, when YouTubers say TA doesn't work, it grinds my gears, because it doesn't matter if you're using TA on the 15-second chart or if you're using it on the monthly chart. It gives you information that you would not have if you didn't know TA. So just let the word to the wise be efficient. Let me just leave it at that. Meme coins, baby, crypto girls. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good to have some ladies up in here. Yes, gamble your life. Nah, I wouldn't say gamble your life way. We always on this channel preach risk
I mean, the thing
management.
that I would say with meme coins is meme coins have again and again proven that that's where you make in this in the last couple of months, that's where the life-changing money is. So I know you discuss meme coins on this channel, and I love that. But meme coins are successful if they have a certain criteria. One, they need hype, and two, they need community as well as like a cuteness about them. If you think about it, some of the biggest platforms on earth, like Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, and all the rest of it, what is that? All that is community. And when you have community behind a project, doesn't matter if that project has utility or it doesn't have utility, or if it's just a meme coin or whatever it is, that's going to be very, very successful. So, for example, the Trump coin had a diehard community behind it, and then obviously it had the hype of the president of the United States, probably the most famous person in the entire world. So that did really, really well. So yeah, I mean, there is definitely a place for meme coins. There definitely is. Meme coins, you can use them for so many things, raising awareness. People like them for climate change or religious or political information, or whatever they want to use them for. And also, Wall Street doesn't always understand meme coins, but today we have meme coins that are worth more than airline companies. How amazing is that? And what is a meme coin? It's just a little bit of code with a JPEG. It's handing back the power to average Joe, really. So there is definitely a place for meme coins, and I do like certain meme coins, but it's these meme coins that are pump and dumps, and some of these meme coins, especially, not all, but most celebrity meme coins, they're all pump and dumps, and it's actually heartbreaking because a lot of families get involved in meme coins. So for example, when Trump brought out his meme coin, loads of diehard fans. And I think it's very upsetting that some people would actually, for that meme coin, people would probably have put their life savings in. I heard that people put their life savings into that Hard2 coin, which is so stupid. I mean, why would you put your life savings into that? I mean, if I had to choose a meme coin, I would choose the Trump meme coin.
Right. Yeah, and speaking about meme coins, because it's crazy that we're on this subject. I actually love talking about this subject because crypto specifically has turned into a social economy, right?
Mhm.
A place where if you created a meme coin, right, how much social engagement, or like you said,
Yeah.
how much hype can it get? But let's go back to like the OGs, right? The Doge coins, and how the aspect of how meme coins were created. For anybody that's out there that's buying meme coin spot, because what we've seen so far in this cycle has seemed to be a trader cycle when buying meme coins, being able to get in early and get out. Do
Yeah.
you still think that this is a space where you can buy a meme coin or a culture coin spot and just hold over time and wonderful things happen like we've seen in the
No.
past from the Shiba Inus and things of that sort?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we've seen that with the Trump coin as well. Look how much it's dumped. Um, I absolutely do not think that, I think that the space has changed. I think that always, I think a lot of people who are in crypto, they're always looking for the next best thing, if that makes sense. So it's not just like, oh, I'm going to hold this and this is going to become the new Doge or whatever. No, I don't think, I would never hold a meme coin for more than a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks maximum. No.
There, that's a mic drop right there. Look, guys, I love to ask people their opinions on memes because people are not realizing that the meta is shifting. Like the whole diamond hands and
Yeah.
Mirage thesis, like I'm all for it. Like I get it. We're loyal to the culture. We're loyal to to what we're loyal to, but that's not what crypto is about. Because at the end of the day, if you're not gonna dump on the dev or the team, they're gonna dump on you. You know what I mean? Not everybody is transparent and just say, hey, I'm gonna just burn all the supply and hey, this is for the community, y'all do y'all thing. That's not like how crypto is, right? Trump kind of like gave the green light to be like, okay, you can tokenize yourself, right? You can put out a decentralized version of yourself, right? But just because we got that green light, that also is a green light for scammers. And you got to practice good risk management. You got to not click on every link. You got to make sure you got a cold storage and you really secure with your capital and liquidity because without it, you can't do anything, right? So I think preservation of capital is something that's not always talked about, but needs to be talked about, right? Because if we're going to onboard new people, just think about the negative aspect of pump fund, right? A lot of people talk about how pump fund is diluting the space, but it's also onboarding a lot of new people on chain.
Mhm.
The Trump coin, 50% of the
Mhm.
wallets, new people coming into crypto. Just like she said, some people made money, some people got wrecked, right? But it onboarded a lot of people into crypto. And let's say out of that 50%, 60% of them start to stick around. That's kind of like me. I bought a meme coin like Doge. AOKG asked me about Doge earlier. I bought Doge like around 12 cent and right in between 12 cent, 26 cent. It went all the way up to 74 cents, and I got wrapped up in the hype, being a newbie, that it was going to go to $1 because Elon Musk was talking about it. Never reached $1, round trip my entire bag, but that didn't stop me for learning and being hungry for information and taking a deep dive into crypto. So yeah, there will be a lot of people that get wrecked, but that doesn't mean everybody who gets wrecked is going to immediately leave crypto. So there are positive effects of pump fund, moonshot, phantom, onboarding all these new people, because not everybody's going to leave. And at some point, we'll see that quantitative easing happening where everybody feels rich, and the smart investors will start to put that money into risk on assets. We do got a question here from AOKG Crypto Princess. He says, what's your best blue chips to hold in your opinion?
Okay. I don't actually give coin call outs, if that makes sense. But saying that, if I'm completely honest, I would say it's Bitcoin. I would like Bitcoin is it for me. I would never hold any other coin for more than one cycle at all. So whatever coins that I've got now, I'm looking to like to get rid of them. Take profits when I can and get rid of them. I don't want to round trip my bags. I will be out of the market. You know, mostly out of the market before May, if that makes sense. Now, do bear in mind you don't actually want to leave the market in May. If you look back at the previous cycles, those red candles in May are massive. They're huge. So you kind of want to be out before May. So, but selling May is a good thing to say. I think they say it in the traditional markets as well. But if you look back in crypto, May is like a terrible year, a terrible month for crypto. Be out before May
Yeah, not in May, right? Before
or
May.
in
So
May.
you want to catch that last Bitcoin over bought on the weekly right before the stock RSI cross, and right when that thing cross around that time, you might want to shave off the bags. Not sell everything, right? Because I think that we could get a Q4 that's extremely bullish. Let's say you just take profits, you leave your moon bags, and you don't move those profits yet into fiat, maybe put them into stable coins or Bitcoin, and you prepare for the liquidity rotation that may happen. Because at the end of the day, we can yap all day, but we haven't had quantitative easing yet. And I think that matters. I think the liquidity right now in the space is a whole bunch of PvP liquidity, meaning we basically just trading, we're basically just sending money to each other. We're sending crypto to each other at this point, because it's if you look at the stable coin market cap, it's still rising, right? Global liquidity is still rising, right? But as my boy Hall of Fame would say, the total market cap is not rising. It's been decreasing. So at some point we'll get that liquidity into the market, maybe when we actually get the Bitcoin strategic reserve. Is that something that you believe it could be the ultimate catalyst, seeing all these countries adding Bitcoin, including maybe your country in the future, as a reserve asset?
I think already behind the scenes there is a global Bitcoin race that's going on now. A lot of people don't know is that Russia and Iran were buying Bitcoin in 2017, 2018. So just imagine how much they have. And then, there's so many countries already behind the scenes buying Bitcoin. Um, but now what's happening is because Trump's come in, we're not the rest of the world, and when I say we, because I'm in the UK, we're not going to sit back and watch Trump buy up the whole supply of Bitcoin, if that makes sense. Other countries are going to be doing exactly the same thing. I mean, people just talk stupidity sometimes. So I know there's some stupidity coming out of the EU that banks will never be able to hold crypto, blah blah blah, blah. The SEC is going to start the revolution in onboarding people for, I mean, they're going to lead the revolution for cryptocurrency because the whole entire administration has changed. And Trump and America have already started a global race, a Bitcoin race as it is. And then we've got the institutions coming in as well. The supply, there will be a massive supply shock, and then all of a sudden you will just see Bitcoin, flying to the moon.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of people asking about your Bitcoin comment here. They want something for the little people, right? But gosh, you got to understand that she's not speaking in my opinion, like you're not speaking on like Bitcoin as your ultimate investment. I think people who do have the liquidity kind of look at Bitcoin as a savings account on steroids, right? A way to hedge against the inflation or whatever, basically a commodity, right? Digital gold, right? It's not like you're trading Bitcoin or anything of that sort. I'm pretty sure you have more
Yeah.
things in your portfolio outside of
Oh,
Bitcoin.
I
She
do.
she, she says she has AI coins, but she just don't want to say them.
So for me personally, Bitcoin is for my great grandchildren. Currently, for me, is altcoins because that's where I'm going to make the most X's, if that makes sense. So when I talk about Bitcoin, I'm actually thinking about my grandchildren, not me. Bitcoin is not something that I would sell. It's not something I would take profits on. Even if I bought at the very top, I just wouldn't. I do have some Bitcoin. I do like to add to it every now and again, but I don't. At this moment in time, my portfolio is 99% altcoins, if that makes sense, and degen altcoins as well. I'm very high risk.
What market cap are you? You don't got to name them coins, but what is like your window of market cap that you look at?
So when I get in,
Yeah, yeah. How degen?
uh, so before when I got in, before say in 2023 when I got in, I'm talking about a couple of million. Is sometimes even less than that. Now, I think it's too late. Okay, I'm going to say this. I think it's too late. We have to manage our expectations. It's too late in the cycle for the 50, 100 X's unless it's meme coins, if that makes sense. So the portfolio that I had before in 2022, 23, 24 even, I'm running that portfolio, but now anything that I buy in, I'm looking at, a 10, 20, maybe maximum 30% because it's just too late now. It's too late in the cycle. But another thing that we have to, just like you were saying before, there are too many coins. Not every single coin is going to pump. So it's not just fundamentally strong projects that we need to look at. We need to look at the community behind the project. The community is a massive thing. Like I said, community is almost, it is on par with the fundamentals. You can have the best fundamentals in the world, but if you don't have a community behind it, it's going to be very difficult for you to get make a lot of X's, if that makes sense.
Yeah, if you can have something really good, and how good is it if no one knows about it, right? I think me personally, there's a really good group of coins in between the 10 and $50 million market cap range. But I definitely agree, right? If you're trying to hold something that's 100 million and higher, and you're hoping for a 50x, guys, you got to be a little bit more realistic here. A lot of that is coming out of pump fund, right? Getting into, you're seeing these 100x's and 1000x's because these guys are sniping launches at 10K market caps, right? And they're getting at 1 million. So if you're doing that 2 to 3 times a day, you're really eating, and that's what this market has become. But everybody doesn't have time to do that. Not everybody is at their computer 12 to 15 hours a day and can manage being able to trade, enter, and exit of meme coins. So I think the fact that a lot of new people are being onboarded into either memes or the top 100, because if you look at TikTok, what was happening on TikTok, they were either shilling new meme coins or they're shilling XRP, these top 100 coins. And the new people that are coming in, they, unless they do the research, they really don't see the stuff that's in the middle. So I think all of these new launches, what it really hurt was the good projects that's in the middle, right? That's working to get those bids, because now you're either being onboarded through a friend because he got lucky or he knows somebody that's about to do a pump fund launch, or you're buying off centralized exchanges, and you're buying the top 100 or the top 50 coins, right? Because you want to buy, spot, and hold. I often wonder how altcoin season will look for those coins that's really stuck in the middle. What's your take on that?
I'm very bullish on 2025, but we just do have a lot of coins. We do have a lot of coins. So I'm not bullish on every coin, if that makes sense. And like I said, it goes on hype and it goes on community as well as a fundamentally strong project. Another thing that we have to consider is Trump and his crypto asset stockpile. Now, his crypto asset stockpile, what about the coins that are not included in that stockpile? So say you're in the top 100 coins, but you're not included in the crypto stockpile. That's really going to affect the top 100 coins. So although I don't want to do it because I believe in DeFi and all the rest of it, but for my portfolio, I would be looking at buying some of the coins that are potentially going to be in this stockpile. Personally, I don't think America should. I don't think it's in the best interests of America to have a cryptocurrency stockpile. They should have a Bitcoin reserve because Bitcoin is going to be around forever. It's going to be around for a very, very long time. Whereas we both know, because we've both been in the bear market, that coins can lose 90% of their value. And even fundamentally strong coins can go to zero in bear markets. And I think it would really hurt America's interests if they do have a cryptocurrency stockpile just before the bear market, if that makes sense. And then also there's speculations of a recession, which which we might actually get, which I think we will get. And we are overdue a recession. So every 10 years we had a recession. In 2009. Coming up into 2019, the indicators were all showing that we were coming up and we were due a recession. But what happened? The pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, we had all this like stimulus, blah, 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 coming to the market. And artificially, we didn't have a recession because we pumped up the market, very, with a lot of stimulus, with a lot of money. We've just kicked the can down the road. There does need to be a reset. I don't want there to be a reset. I'm going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. People watching this, families are going to get hurt, and it's going to be devastating for us. But this is the world that we live in, and unfortunately, there is going to have to be a reset, and it does look likely to me that we will have a recession.
2026, huh? Yeah, I've seen big, like, really good, like, expert trade. Me adding myself from the scene. Been in the game for a while, talk about like the 8-year cycle ending or the 12-year cycle, like these really long time frames. And it's just going to be interesting to see the crypto stockpile, right? Because I told people in my Patreon that potentially this could be one of the easiest trades, right? Lining up with 5 good crypto companies in the US, right? You don't got to worry about capital gains tax if that gets approved. And we could see a lot of liquidity specifically pour into US based crypto companies. So which falls into the RWA narrative. I think that right now everybody's trading narratives, right? Just a month ago, everybody was on the AI. Now I'm seeing everybody doing RWA plays and top RWA coins. So it seems to be a narrative, hype driven type of cycle. But this is not the first time that you've mentioned like bear market maybe in 2026. I got a cool question for you. I got a really good cool question for you. Let's set the stage, chat. Bear market 2026. What's the chances from 1 to 10 that you think MicroStrategy, aka strategy, gets liquidated?
Okay, I love Michael Saylor. I absolutely do love him. he kind of helped me. He was talking about this book, The Bitcoin Standard. When I was a newbie, I read The Bitcoin Standard, and that's where my love of Bitcoin actually came in. Before that, it was all just about the money, and then obviously, for my love of Bitcoin and the spirit of Bitcoin, I got involved in the technology that's behind, blockchain technology. I do love Michael Saylor and I don't want anything to happen to him. But if I'm completely honest, he is playing with fire. He's buying Bitcoin on debt and then he's getting more debt from that. He will have a liquidation point, whether he wants to admit it or not. But more than that, like I said, I do like him.
Which could be a black swan event, right? If that liquidation point gets hit, by the way.
It could be. But also, if I'm completely honest, BlackRock can just come in and take him out. There's bigger fish in the sea, if that makes sense.
That does. I would say that would be a conflict of interest because BlackRock just bought more strategy, right? They just like recently as of yesterday, they just bought more micro strategy. But like you said, psychology wise, this could be, if you ever read the book 48 Laws of Power, just another way to kind of like knock off a competitor, right? They're kind of like competing for the top Bitcoin holder outside of maybe Satoshi.
Yeah, I mean, like I would have said America could come in and take out Bitcoin, but I don't. Take out BlackRock, but I don't think that would happen because BlackRock owns America. BlackRock it owns the world,
Right.
but there are bigger fish in the sea. I don't like the fact Michael Saylor is buying up all the supply of Bitcoin. If I'm completely honest, it does go against the spirit of Bitcoin, which is very, very powerful. It's all about the community to begin with. It's all about the community, and they all believed in the spirit of Bitcoin, and that's how Bitcoin, got its own footing, and that's how it got rooted, etc. That's now disappearing. At an alarmingly fast rate. Everybody's in Bitcoin for the money and for the price action. But Michael Saylor at one point he's going to step down. At one point he's going to pass away, just like we all are. Who's going to take over and what they're going to do? I don't know. Are they going to have the same love for Bitcoin, or is it just going to be another commodity for them? Is it, I don't know. But personally, I don't like him or other institutions and governments coming in and just buying up the whole supply of Bitcoin. We're going to have a massive supply shock. A lot of people have already been priced out of buying a whole, becoming whole coiners, if that makes sense. But only time will tell what would happen.
Yeah, because that could end up being like another FTX Terra Luna Classic capitulation event if he was to get liquidated. But he seems to be in the loved, by the by the masses, right? So we'll just have to see how the bear market hits. I really think though, I would love to see how this market looks with quantitative easing, just like stimulus sent out, prepare for the recession, and just get that altcoin season that everybody deserves and is asking for. I think so many people were really banking on this altcoin season happening already, and now we're seeing way more time capitulation than anything. It's like people are running out of capital. No one wants to continuously buy the dip because they're either over their head or they just don't have the extra money. You know what I mean? So it's just going to be interesting. It's just going to be interesting, right? Seeing if people can make it to the finish line. I should say it that way.
Yeah, I mean, we had a longer bear market this cycle as well. So we've only got, it's only a matter of time. I would say 21, don't worry, alt season is coming. If your coins ran in Q4 last year and then Q1 last year, it's highly likely they will run again. Do be careful, with the memes. Memes are community driven and there is a space for memes. Memes will never leave crypto. But then again, memes are memes. They're pump and dumps.
Look, hey, I respect the honesty. Guys, I'm gonna open up the floor and then we're gonna get Crypto Princess up out here. I know she got a huge day ahead of her. Really do appreciate you coming on the show. I've been trying to get someone, to come through every Friday and just hear another voice in crypto outside of myself. Family, ladies and gentlemen, she does have her own crypto platform, Telegram, and also X. If you want to speak on that and just tell people what they get if they come be a part of your community and platform, feel free.
Okay, so I'll talk about the channel first. So the channel, it will be 7 months this month. So it is a new channel. The first thing that I noticed, and one of the reasons why I started up the channel, was obviously, like I said, I speak 5 different languages, but I'm not a mathematician. I love stories, and we all just love stories. Um, and we learn through other people's experiences. So what I do is I have a series called Crypto Stories, and with Crypto Stories, I interview crypto YouTubers and influencers on their story in crypto. How do they get into crypto? Who helped them? You what happened to them? And Millie's been on, so you can hear all of Millie's story. But there's
Nice.
loads of other people. Yeah, loads of other people who have come on. Then I have a YouTube Shorts series. Not everybody has an hour to spare. So the YouTube Shorts series is more about education. It's about teaching you what cryptocurrency is, what's the technology behind cryptocurrency. And once you learn what cryptocurrency is, the technology behind cryptocurrency, you actually know that cryptocurrency is here to stay. So that's mainly for people who are, well, to be fair, I've had people who have been in the crypto space since 2011, and they've learned quite a lot on the shorts as well. So it's for everyone. The crypto shorts are for everyone. And then I have just opened up a new series on the channel, which has been running for about 1 or 2 months now. It's called Crypto Insider. And that's where we discuss what's happening in the current market. So yeah, Millie's been on the Crypto Insider series, and I've had quite a few other people come on. And what I do really like about the Crypto Insider series is that you get to meet loads of different YouTubers and influencers, and you kind of get to hear their takes. So, and not only that, because I'm an investor, but I'm also a trader. I have investors and traders on my channel. So it, and I do think once you get into crypto, once you learn a little bit about crypto, look into doing both. So you are more aware that, because I want to do crypto 24/7. I want to do it, 365 days a year. If there's a green day, I want to, I want to trade. If there's a red day, I want to buy in. I want to be an investor. And then I do have my own my own Telegram group. Very, very nice people, very educated people, very helpful people. Like I said, I was very much harassed and bullied when I first got into crypto. So my YouTube channels, my Telegram group. I'm so sorry. My Telegram group is full of lovely people. There's no judgment there. Ask a question. Doesn't matter if that question's been asked before or if you think that question's very basic. That's absolutely fine. I do have a Twitter. And I would appreciate it if people join my Twitter, because I don't have very, I don't have very many followers at the moment. I haven't really been active on that. I'm starting to get more active on Twitter. So yeah, you can follow me there as well. But yeah, that's about me.
You said you
That's about
trade. Hold on. I didn't know you was trading, huh? You tell me
Yeah.
you
Oh
was
my God, I
trading.
love trading.
So
Yeah. So
like, what do you trade?
I'll trade anything. I will trade anything. It's mainly the coins that I'm already in, or it'll be high caps.
Okay.
So with trading, you need to have a lot of data behind the coin. You need to see the coin, how it's been performing for months, if not years, and then you can base your trades on that with all that data behind you. New coins and degen coins, especially new memes, it's almost impossible to trade them. So yeah, I do trade. I've done scalping, which I found very difficult. Day trading, I don't really do. What I do is I do swing trading, and I absolutely love it.
I was just about to say this, Ciroc. So she in the trenches, right? She in the trenches. Hold on, let me find out you in the trenches. You know, Billy be in the trenches deep. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cachet, X is where it's at. Tell Elon to unban me. God damn, I'm tired of being suspended, Elon. Well, I'm gonna get suspended. I done built 2 accounts, 10K followers, and just poof like that, guys. It's
Why
frustrating.
were you suspended? I mean, I've only just kind of like got into
X,
X.
my
I've had it for a while.
account
Why
on
were you?
X is suspended. My second account that I built 10K followers is insane, bro. I'm just, man, it's frustrating because a lot of my deals happen on X. A lot of me, you know, some of the things that I do with the council, reaching out to people the other tech guys, asking advice on things behind, you know, just the dev aspect is done on X and Telegram. So just not being able to send a message on X and really, network with people has really, you know, took a hit on my brand. And I hope that Elon fixes his automation. I'm not sure why the automation works the way it works and it bans some people and it doesn't ban others, but they really need to fix that.
Yeah,
Free
yeah,
Millie, right?
definitely.
Free Millie. All right, so I appreciate you for showing up to the channel, Crypto Princess. Hopefully we can do this again. Salute to everybody out there. Salute to the ladies in the trenches and in crypto. We need more, you know, ladies of wisdom. You know, she's holding it down. I wanted, you know, to bring her on the channel and be that first lady to be able to, you know, you guys can get a you know, not per se advice, but just get an idea of, you know, how you know, someone different, you know, thinks on crypto outside of just me, right? We'd like to hear various and different opinions on cryptos. Guys, y'all have a lovely weekend. I think AOAKG already put like all your socials and everything's in the chat. So if you want her socials, they will be in the chat. After this live stream, I'll put all her information also in the description. And if anybody have any questions, just ask in the comments, and we'll try to help anybody find her platform, or even if you had questions about my platform as well. So yeah, free me, right? I'm gonna see y'all with it. I'm gonna try to get some videos down. Guys, I know I've been kind of like away from crypto for like 5 days and it feels like 5 years, but it's always good to touch grass, take a break, drink water, right? Health is wealth, and tell someone you love them today, right? It's important to wake up each day with love in your heart, right? Because we already got to deal with too much toxicity just in the world. So I like to approach each day with love in my heart. Anything else, Crypto Princess?
It was Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, the book that I was talking about. I would
She
highly
remembered
recommend
it.
that book. Yeah, I'd highly recommend that book, and then also, I mean, I've read dozens, but also the Bitcoin Standard, for anyone who's looking for literature on the markets and, you know, crypto.
All right, so check out those books, guys. We're gonna see you with it, and y'all have a lovely day. Appreciate you too, AOKG. Appreciate you too as well, good brother.
Everything that's happening to you is God is processing. Every difficult moment you're having, He just processing you. That's all He's doing. Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for.
Code. Blade taking off, I'm afraid of the view. The higher that I go, the more fear fuse do. Bags looking heavy, suitcase it got the flu. From the hood to the clouds, I'm breaking rules. Late night in the trenches, and the means have me laughing. Charts lit like Vegas, hustle more than it's a passion. Block to the blockchain, different action. Cut from the cloth, they can't even see this fashion. UFC flow seats, that's the technique. Jiu-jitsu with the grind, every move unique. I was boxing through the pain, every punch hit deep. Yeah, I'm feeling dangerous, they don't wanna see me. Suit Taylor real sharp, I've invested in myself. These the macro events, generational wealth. Video edits on point, added tools to my belt. Built the empire with the cards I was dealt. Overcoming doubts like it's written in my fate. Crypto made a bridge, now I'm walking through the gate. Airplane windows reflecting on mistakes. Looking down on the world, what am I creating? History, my teacher, every chapter's a spark. Rome to the Renaissance, light to the dark. Leading like Napoleon, the leaves left a mark. Hood to the stars, yeah, I'm playing this smart. Yeah, I'm living out my dreams.